everybody, welcome to a post-run mini flow. This quick sequence will be great after a run or a walk or anything else where you've already gotten your body warmed up. It's going to be great to stretch out all those leg muscles that we work when we run. So if you want to do it not immediately after a workout, just make sure you take time to warm your muscles up in a way that works for you. So with that, let's start at the top of our mat in a mountain pose. So your feet can be hips distance apart, or they can be touching, or they can be a little wider, whatever feels good to you. And just kind of ground yourself here and tune into your breath. Notice your inhales and your exhales. Maybe your heart rate's still up a bit. Maybe you just came in the door from that run. On your next inhale, bring your arms slowly up to the sky. And then on an exhale, extend them back down by your sides. Inhale again, arms up. And this time grab your left wrist with your right fingertips. And then exhale, pull your body over to the right side, stretching into that side body. Inhaling back to center, switch your grip, and exhale to the left side. We'll do that one more time with your breath. So inhaling back to center, and then exhale, bend to the right. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Do a few wrist circles. And then on your next exhale, bring those arms down into a cactus shape. Gaze up to the sky. Inhaling back to center. And exhale, swan dive all the way down to a forward fold. Breathe here. Maybe adjust your stance in a way that feels good to stretch whatever muscles in your legs need the most attention right now. You can grab opposite elbows, maybe sway back and forth a little bit. Breathing into your body here. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Loosening up that spine. Release your elbows if you've grabbed them, and on our next breath, we're going to move back to downward facing dog. So however you'd like to get there. When you get to down dog, pedal out your feet, really working into those toes. Our toes do a lot of work when we run, and they don't get the attention they deserve. So pedal out your feet, and then when you're ready, bring your right leg up to the sky. Inhale, bring it through, plant it between your hands and drop that back knee, coming up into a low runner's lunge here. Breathe, really leaning into that left hip flexor. And on an exhale, bring your arms into a cactus shape again. Inhaling to center. And exhaling those arms around your front foot. Back to down dog. Pedal out those feet again here. And then when you're ready, bring that left leg up to the sky. Inhale, bring it through, plant it between your hands, come up into that low runner's lunge again. Breathing here. On an exhale, come into that cactus shape. Inhale back to center and frame that front foot back to downward facing dog. And we're going to add on a bit here. So inhale, right leg up to the sky. Bring it through, plant it between your hands, and come up into a high crescent lunge. Exhale, open up into a wide leg stance. Inhale the arms up to the sky. And exhale, fold here. When you fold, hinge at the hips and keep your back as flat as possible. Breathe here. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, maybe you can fold a little deeper. On your next inhale, walk those hands back up towards the right foot and heel toe that right foot up to the edge of your mat for a lizard pose. You can keep your back knee lifted here or drop the back knee. This should really stretch your right leg, getting into the hip. You can push your right knee away from you to open up that hip a bit more. Make sure you're flexing your right foot to protect the ankle. If your back knee is dropped, you can add in a quad stretch here. Taking your gaze up to the sky. Whichever variation your body needs is the right one to be doing. Remember to breathe. Release a bind if you have one, and then slowly shift your hips back towards your left knee as you straighten into that right leg for a half splits. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold over that front leg. You might not be able to fold very far, and that's okay. You want to keep your spine straight. You should really be feeling this in the underside of your right leg, all the way up through the hamstring into your glute. When you're ready, shift back forwards and come into a twisted low lunge. So plant that left hand on the ground, open up right arm to the sky. You should again be feeling this on the outside of your right hip. You can always drop that back knee for additional support. And when you're ready, bring that right hand to the mat and come back to downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet. Notice how the right side feels different than the left. And then you know where we're going. We're going to do all that on the left side. So when you're ready, bring your left leg to the sky. Come through, plant it between your hands. Come up to that high crescent lunge. And open up into a wide-legged stance on this side. On an exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Remember to breathe. And with your next breath, slowly walk those hands back towards the left foot, heel toe the left foot to the outside of the mat for our lizard on this side. The same variations exist. You might not need the same variation on this side though. Our bodies are not symmetrical, so if you need to do something different on this side, that is totally fine. Release a bind if you have it, and shift those hips slowly back towards your heel, straightening that front leg, flexing the left foot for that half splits. You might need to adjust your stance here, maybe moving your foot further away from you or closer to your hips, depending on how tight your hamstrings are. And breathe here. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over that front leg. When you're ready, bend back into that left knee and come into our twisted lunge here. So plant your right hand on the mat and open up, left arm to the sky, gaze follows it. Always an option to drop that back knee. And remember to breathe. When you're ready, frame that front foot and come back to downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet again. And then when you're ready, bring that right leg to the sky. We're moving into pigeon here. So on an inhale, bring your right knee towards the right wrist, left foot towards the left wrist. Straighten through that left leg. And inhale, gaze up to the sky. As you exhale, maybe fold over that front leg. If this gives you any sort of pain or discomfort, you can come onto your back in a reclined figure four position instead. The goal here is to stretch that hip muscle. So do it in a way that is comfortable for you and protects your joints. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. So find a comfortable spot. Maybe make a pillow with your hands. Your arms can come out long, or you can still be up here. Anywhere that feels good to you. Slowly come back up to your fingertips, tuck those back toes, and come back into a downward facing dog, keeping that right leg lifted. Do some big hip circles to flush it out. Both directions. And then plant that foot, pedal out the feet one more time. And then when you're ready, bring that left leg to the sky. Inhale to pigeon on this side. Again, option to go to your mat, to your back, if that feels better for your joints. And find the variation here that works for you. Remember, our bodies are not symmetrical, so you might need something different on this side. When you're ready, slowly come back up to fingertips, tuck those back toes, And come back for hip circles on this side in downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet, and as you pedal out your feet, walk your feet up to meet your hands at the top of your mat, and then come into a low squat. So heel toe your feet all the way out to the edges of the mat, however wide you need to be. You can bring your elbows to the inside of your knees, your hands to meet, keep those knees out. Try to keep your spine straight. Gaze can be straight in front. Remember to breathe. Inhale and exhale. And when you're ready, slowly come onto your back, rolling along your spine a couple of times. And then return to seated for a seated butterfly pose. So your feet, soles of your feet are touching, hands wrapped around your feet. Spine is long, inhale, and then exhale, fold forward. If you want to put your hands on your knees to kind of push them down, that's fine. And your feet can be as far away from your hips as is comfortable. They can be far out in front of you, or they can be really close, whatever feels better to stretch your muscles. Again, this is for you, whatever your body needs after a run. So remember to breathe. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, maybe you can fold a little deeper. On an inhale, slowly come back up to seated. Bring those knees in to meet and return to your back. Bring both knees in to your chest, give yourself a big hug. And then extend the left leg out long, keeping that right knee into your chest. Pull the right knee across your body for a supine twist. Right arm extends long to the right side. Maybe your gaze follows it. This should feel comfortable, not straining at all. So if your shoulder is way off the ground, maybe bring your arm closer to your body. If it feels better to have your gaze following your leg, that also works. Again, pay attention to your body and what your body needs. Remember to breathe. On an inhale, bring that right knee back to center. Left knee comes in to meet it, big hug. Then extend the right leg out long. Pull the left knee across your body for a twist to this side. Again, the same options exist here. Left arm out long to the left side. The gaze can follow it. The gaze can stay straight up or can follow your right leg. Remember to breathe. On an inhale, bring that knee back to center. Bring the right knee in to meet it, and then find a happy baby. Keep those knees bent, soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, and reach around and grab the outside edges of your feet. Maybe you rock back and forth a few times. And then when you're ready, release your feet, extend your legs out long, Extend your arms by your side for a final resting pose. Stay here for as long as you like. Rest your body after your run or your workout, and then after stretching your muscles out.